Good morning, everyone. I wonder if I forgot to send my little email out. No, I think I did. Okay, I've been going so late that I think that everyone's used to me going later this morning. So for all of you who will be joining me late, thank you for joining me. And I will be doing my usual Casing Tuesday card today. And okay, good. I have someone here. This Tuesday, I will be here again next Tuesday, but I am leaving tomorrow for On Stage, which is a Stampin' Up event that they're having in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I'm flying out tomorrow and I will be back on Sunday. So my Friday live will be disrupted this week. If I have time today, I will film a video for Friday. That will be I won't be alive. But it just depends on how much I get done today. I really want to try and squeeze everything into my life, but sometimes things get a little crazy. So if I miss Friday, just know that I am around. I am just at a Stampin' Up event, and they are launching the new annual catalog at this event. The new annual catalog goes live in May. So, but as a demonstrator, we get to see the catalog early. So even if you're not going to On Stage, if you're a demonstrator, the catalog will be available to us online the week after On Stage completes. So it's a nice little perk for being a demonstrator. If you're ever interested, being a demonstrator doesn't mean you have to demonstrate. You can be your very own best customer. And if you want to be a little bit more plugged into Stampin' Up, be able to order early and everything like that, getting the starter kit is such a great deal because you get to be in the know about everything that's going on. You get to order early. So our pre-order for the annual catalog will start in April. And for people who attend On Stage, we do get a bit of an extra early pre-order period. So that is always very nice for us. So, oh, good. I see more of you have joined me. Good. I think I sent my little email off a little bit late, and I'm earlier than I normally am. I'm trying to creep back to my 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time start time, trying to be a bit more organized. So today we are casing a card out of the catalog. Let's take a look at the card. So on first glance, I was like, oh, wow, this card, has this beautiful die cut image. And I actually have all the supplies to make this card, but I tend to like to push myself out of my comfort zone and try and do something different with it, just so I can show you too how you can take this as a blueprint. And I do love this as a blueprint, but I don't have a lot of new online exclusives and stamp sets that fit this mold right now, and I've already used this particular bundle, so I wanted to stretch myself. But if you have 2 pieces of designer series paper plus a beautiful die cut sprig or flower or whatever, this is a nice layout for your card because you've got the 2 pieces of paper in the background, your die cut, a greeting. And then if you want to, you can throw on some ribbon or some embellishments, and then your card's done. So it is a really great layout. Let's take a look at the sketch. So there it is. And the die cut is kind of extra. If you have extra beautiful paper, you might not even need the die cut, but the die cut adds just a little bit of fun and energy to the card. So this is what I did with my card. I'm going to put it in front of my face. Let's see. Okay, I think you can kind of see that. So instead of designer series papers layers, I changed it up and I did 2 arch die layers. And since the stamp set didn't come with a long skinny greeting, I went and I did another arch for my greeting. But this is how that card turned into this card. And I don't know if you can tell that they're from the same card, but that's the fun with Casing Tuesday, is you can take your card in whatever direction you want. There are no Casing Tuesday police out there trying to make you conform to the card exactly. So that is one of the fun things about this challenge. So we are going to make this card, and I also want to show you this stamp set, You Are Remarkable, is really beautiful. It does not have dies that go with it, but it does, you can stamp them on the Everyday Arches dies. So I got the stamp set anyway, and I first noticed the stamp set when one of my team members, we had a team stamping night, and she used one of these greetings, these kind of long skinny greetings, and these sometimes go really nicely on the back of like a bandstand card, or because sometimes you need a long skinny greeting. So I really liked these greetings. And then I also love two-step stamping. And when you do this outline stamp and then you fill it in with the leaves, the flower, and the center, you are done very quickly. For people who don't like coloring, two-step stamping is an awesome choice for laying down some color without the I don't know, the tedium of coloring. I don't know, I don't know why different people, there's probably different reasons why people don't like to color, but this is kind of a nice fast way to get it done. So I want to show you this stamp set today. And I do have a host code going for this month, and it is right here, March 2025 host code. And I will be trying to get the Starburst sequins, because I thought they were kind of bright and colorful and springy, for our reward for March. So we'll see if I can grab those. And if not, I will replace with an equal or greater value embellishment for the month. Okay, I think we're ready to get started. I'm just gonna switch over to my other camera, and let's build this card. So here it is again. We're gonna start with thick basic cardstock, and this piece is 11 by 4 1/4, and I scored it in half at the 5.5 inch mark. Then I just like to try and get it to lay flat, so I'm going to press down with my bone folder, and that really helps to keep it flat. I already pre-cut 2 arches layers. We're going to have to cut a 3rd layer in a moment, but I wanted to kind of speed the process a little bit. Oh, and also we're going to be using, I'm going to glue this there first. This is the Cute as Can Be paper. It's this paper here. It's so adorable. It's got pink and purple and bees, but the back of the paper is really nice for spring. Even if you don't like the bees, it's got some really good kind of neutral patterns on the backs. So I really have loved this paper. I've been chopping it all up into little chunks that I can use. So I just took the back of this paper, and this is 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and we are just going to glue this to the back. I started a new glue bottle this morning. Okay. We are going to just add that right centered on there. Now the original card does not have this layer on it, but I wanted to give my backdrop a little bit of energy, and I felt like it was going to be too plain if I didn't do that. I'm going to grab myself a little scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to grab my Memento ink pad. Stick this here. We're going to start off, I think I don't know, for some reason I feel like I can stamp the flower better if I do that. So this is the outline flower, and we're going to stamp that in Memento ink. So we're just going to tap this. The Memento ink pad is a linen ink pad, unlike our colored ink pads, which are foam. So this one you have to actually press a little harder than you. If this was a foam ink pad, a colored ink pad, I would not be pressing this hard. So then I'm just going to align my flower so that it kind of fits on here. You might be wondering, what size arch did I use? I put the measurements in my blog post, but let's just grab the correct one. Nope, that's not it. This is it right here. These arches make some very good layers. So this one is the 4th smallest one in the grouping. I also put the measurements for that arch in the written instructions that I have on my blog post. So we're going to do that one, and then we're also going to do this one. So tap, 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 tap. Okay. Just want to make sure it has good coverage, and then we're just going to twist this so it fits. Okay, I'm going to put that one away. Put this ink pad away for the moment. We're going to grab Granny Apple Green for the leaves. It's a nice bright green, but it's not obnoxious sort of green. It's just got a really, I also like Old Olive, but I think Granny Apple Green it's a happier green. Old Olive is a little melancholy, so we want, for spring, I think we want the brightness of Granny Apple Green. So you're just gonna hover this over top. You need to hover your head kind of over top and keep twisting until you see the outline in those leaves, and then you're going to stamp down. If you get this a little bit off kilter, like I want to show you, oh, I did a pretty good job on this one, but I want to show you on this card here, this back flower, you can see I'm a tad bit off, and you never would have noticed it except for people that are very, very particular. But let's say 90% of you didn't notice that this flower was a tad bit off, right? It's still usable. And then we're going to come in with the another step. We need to do the other flower. But see how quickly you can color this. This is one of the things I fell in love with when I first started stamping, was two-step stamping. So pretty good job on this one too. And then we'll just put Granny Apple Green away, and we'll switch to Petunia Pop. We're going to do one of the flowers in Petunia. Ink, ink, ink. And I think we can get rid of the scrap piece of paper. No. And again, I'm going to hover. If you just keep moving it slightly, you can kind of get it into position. All right, Petunia Pop. I'm going to clean this off. I've got my chamois sitting on a tray over there. See how dirty my chamois is? But the remarkable thing about this chamois is that it picks up all the ink, and then this is going to be completely clean. All the ink goes onto here, and then you just rejuvenate it with water. It is one of my favorite ways now to clean stamps. And then we've got Pretty in Pink. And we're going to scooch this over here. And then we're going to add this. And I'm going to rotate again. Try not to put my head in the way. Okay. All right. Okay, so that goes over there. And then we're going to grab some Daffodil Delight. Daffodil Delight's all the way over to my left. I put everything away. I was doing such a good job this morning, except I put away some of the things I needed. Okay, so this one has kind of a little dent on the bottom, and that's going to go towards the bottom. So we're just going to ink, and often flower centers are yellow, so it's kind of just easy to do them both in yellow. Okay, so now we've got our flowers all set, and the next thing we need to do is prep our greeting. I'm going to leave these just kind of floating here for now, and then we're going to glue them all together once we have the greeting, because I'm going to show you how I glue these down. So we're going to cut this little greeting right here. So let me just, I think it's this one here. Yes, it's the second smallest one. Let me grab a die cutting machine. Actually, you know, you will need, if you get everyday arches, you will need your big machine, but this is a tiny little thing, and I really don't feel like hauling up my big machine off the floor. So let's do this one. We're going to use, I tell this to you every time with my mini machine, but if you ever get a new mini machine, you need to figure out how tight your machine is, and the recommended plate for die cutting is the number 1 plate, but my machine is very tight, so I always use the number 3 plate, which is a little thinner. You can absolutely do that, and it helps so much. So we're going to put that like this. So we've got the light gray plate number 3 down, a number 2 cutting plate. We're going to put another cutting plate on top, and then we're just going to go ahead and roll this through. So we're going to cut our arch first. Let's leave this here. I'm just putting some plates out of the way just for a moment. We're going to cut that first. We're going to take our ink pad. Where is my little ink pad? Right here. We're going to take the "You Are Remarkable in Every Single Way" stamp. Ink it up, and we're going to stamp it close to the top. Okay, and then we're going to put the ink pad away so I don't get fingers in it. Now, I did not, even if I had centered this would have been really kind of long, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to kind of fit the size a little better. So when you have dies, you can often, like shape dies like this, you can often make them a little bit shorter. So I'll show you what I mean. You can take your die and just kind of like shorten it. Like I'm just putting it like that. We can use some of this labeling and cover-up tape. It's like the top of a Post-it note, but it's just going to just hold things down while I get my second plate. And we're going to run this through. And actually, we don't need to run it all the way through. We just need to go through till you kind of hear a click. You can still see some of the die. Then you're going to reverse out of that. Let's see if it cut it. See? And now we've got a little baby arch instead of one that is super long, and it just fits the length of the die or the greeting a little bit better, so it doesn't look so super long. Okay, so now we're going to scooch this in, and we are going to just arrange this how we like it. And I am going for the kind of not straight look with this. So what I'm going to do to kind of keep my layers in place, I'm going to put my finger here and grab the bottom layer, and then we're going to add glue to this layer. And then I'm going to scoot it in here underneath. That way I can still get the feel for how it looks, right? And then when I like it, I'm going to push it down. Same thing with this one. Because, you know, it's just easier in my mind to do it this way. Maybe you have a better way. I don't know. This just makes more sense to me. So then you can kind of just, okay, like, do I like it there? Okay. Then press that down, and then we'll do our last layer. And about there. Okay, then I tied a little baker's twine bow earlier, and I'm going to put that right where everything connects, right in the center right there, just to kind of bring everything together. And just gonna do that. And then we're gonna bring in some of these resin dots. These are the 2024-2026 resin dots. And we're gonna use some of the purple. And we're gonna use one extra pink one over here. And that just kind of sprinkles a little joy onto our card. And then we need to do the inside, right? Because I always like to do, I'm trying to do the insides now. So this is how I did my inside. Very, very easy, kind of peasy. So let's do an inside for this card too. I've already cut myself an arch. So this one would have been the second largest arch. And then we're gonna grab, where did I do it with my scrap piece of paper? Here we go. We're gonna bring everything in. And of course I put everything back away as I was going along. And now I have to pull them all out again. All right, let's stamp this. Got some ink on my finger, and you know what? I pretty much always wear black bottoms. So guess what happens? I wipe my hands on my black pads and no one can tell. All right, except now you know my secret. So I'm gonna just stamp this here, just along the side. And it's just gonna look kind of like it's hanging out on the side. So we'll put that away, this away, and we're gonna do, I guess we're doing pretty in pink. And bringing this back in. So one more time, we're gonna do this. Let's see if I can do this on camera. Going to turn. So, you know, when you stamp a flower like this on the inside and it's a two-step flower, it's just so much easier, right? Like, it's not hard. It's fast. I'm going to do this. And all right. And then finally, I'm going to bring in the Daffodil Delight again. And add that flower center. And there it is. It's very easy to just make that really quickly. And now I can, when I do this, you are remarkable in every single way on the front, I can later go in and put an inside greeting into the card, or I can just write my greeting. Like if this is a birthday, I can write happy birthday on here, or I can also stamp happy birthday. But this way it allows me the flexibility to use this card the way I want to at the moment, right? And then we'll just glue this down. And I know this is white on white, but with this little edging on the arches, right? With this little edging right here, it just looks really nice, and it, you know, harkens back to the outside with the arches, and we've got the inside. So it's just very sweet and simple and happy. And did I need another flower stamp set? No, but this one's really nice. So I love that. Oh, you know what? I could have, look at, it has a little tiny bee. Okay, where's the little bee? Let's stamp the little bee. I'm gonna grab a little block back here. Let's stamp it. Let's see. We're going to, where's the little bee gonna go? I think the little bee wants to come up from the top. I've never stamped this before, so you know what's always a good idea when you've never stamped something before? Stamp it. Oh, so cute. So with this, you're gonna go really light, right? You're not gonna go too crazy hard. Look at, it's a little bee. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. So, you know, sometimes stamp sets like this have little surprises in them, you know, and that's a little bit whimsical having the little bee there, but I think it's really cute too. And my team name is the Bee Stampers, so whenever I can incorporate a little bee into things, that's always a good thing, right? So we also have, you know, if you want to add some interest to things, you've got these little speckle dots. When I do little speckle dots, I usually use a light color, like, or a neutral color, like a gray, like smoky slate or crumb cake, and I even stamp off once. So if I wanted to create a little bit of interest, so it wasn't so flat, you can go back in afterwards and stamp that. I do not know what I would use that little square for. Unless I was repeat stamping it, because it's very, very small. I'd be interested to see what people do with that. But that is the only stamp that I don't know what I would do with that one. But it just makes such beautiful, quick flowers. And just imagine, you can even just stamp this on like a regular, without any dies. You could just go ahead and stamp this on a card front and make a really pretty card without even adding any layers. It could be like a very clean and simple, easy card, right? So I'm coming back over to all of you guys. I don't know if you know that this stamp set is an online exclusive. So it is not available in any catalog. It was just released this month. So it is a new stamp set. It is a photopolymer stamp set. And so with our online exclusives, they don't have a set end date. Stampin' Up! Now retires online exclusive product every 2 months. Not all the product, but if something is not selling, they could retire it in the next retiring of, I think we had a retirement at the beginning of February. So new products were added to the last chance category in the online store. So it is kind of a fluid thing now that it's a new thing that they're trying. So we never know which last chance products are going to suddenly disappear. So this is my caveat for all of you. If you see something that you like, even like the everyday arches, they are also, this is part of a bundle. These are also an online exclusives. I think they have been selling well though, so they'll probably stick around for a while, but we don't know. Stampin' Up! Has the power and the control over that. So if you like an online exclusive, don't assume that it's going to be there 6 months from now. It might not be. So just as a caveat, if you like it, get it. All right. thank you, all of you, for joining me. And if you're not already part of my YouTube channel, I would love it if you would subscribe, or leave me a comment or give me a thumbs up. I appreciate all of those things. That helps me get seen by other people. And this is what I do every day. So maybe I don't go live every day, but I run my Stampin' Up! Business every day. So thank you to all of you who do that. I really appreciate it. So let's say hi to all of you. I like to do this at the end because my brain does get distracted and I like to kind of focus in on the card making. So I'm going to see if you have any questions. I'll say hello to you. Good morning, Louise, and Dee from Florida, and Carol's here. Good morning. Good morning, MN Pepsi. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Katrina. And she says, enjoy convention. I will. Hey, if you are a demonstrator and you're watching this right now, please, if you want to, come say hello to me. I would be happy to say hello. I'd be happy to take a selfie with you. You know, I will be there, and I enjoy meeting other people. So I hope everyone has a great time. It's such a good energy to be there. And if you are a demonstrator, even a hobbyist, you are allowed to come to on stage. In fact, you are welcome to register and come to on stage. So this is a nice perk also for being a demonstrator, is to be able to go to those events. They have a lot of good energy. There's music playing at the start when we the first half hour when we get let into the event, and it takes half an hour before the event actually starts and you find your place to sit. But they're playing music and people are swapping and they're saying hello, and it's just a lot of good energy there. So it's a rare, I think, these days when you go to something like this, when you have so much good energy and goodwill. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Hello, Debbie. And she says, please send me the link for the worksheet for the Ribbon Saver. Debbie, if you signed up for my email list and you did not get my welcome email, please send me another email or fill in my contact form and send that to me today, and then I will send you the link to the project sheets page. If you haven't already subscribed to my email list, then that's the easiest way to do it. Look for your welcome email. I think a lot of people, it ends up in their spam or trash or junk folder. So whenever you subscribe to my list, I do send out a welcome email. But these days, email providers are being very fussy as to what they let through. Not everything that gets sent gets through these days. And sometimes these things, even things that you want to get through, get through. And Debbie, if you do that and you don't hear back from me, then maybe your email isn't getting to me either. So I do try and answer my emails. I have to admit, I am still a little bit behind on my Ribbon Savers emails because that was such a popular post. So I've been going back and doing a few every day just to kind of get caught up. But I have to keep up with all of my other work too. So it's a lot. But the easiest way, check your junk spam folder, find my welcome email, and that has the link for you. And then if you can't find it, just reach out to me again, please, and I will send it to you. I'm not trying to keep it from anyone. Honestly, that's my last intention. It's not that way. I have a project sheet page that has like, I don't know, it probably has several hundred project sheets on there by now because I've been doing it for 5 years. So lots of good stuff there. Okay, let's keep going. Good morning, Marianne. Oh, Marianne's on my team. And I have to say that you were the one that got me to buy this stamp set because that was during team stamping. And she used, I don't know if it was this greeting or one of the other vertical ones, but after that, I couldn't stop looking at that stamp set. She totally enabled me to get the stamp set. So thank you, Mary Ann. I took another look. Sometimes I overlook floral stamp sets because I already, we probably all have a lot of florals, but this one just, I loved it. So thank you, Mary Ann. All right. Good morning, Kathy. Debbie says you signed up for the email list twice. Well, then just please reach out to me. If you are getting my emails also, my Saturday email always has my project sheet link in the banner right down at the bottom. It's right there on the bottom email. So if you got last Saturday's email, open it up and go scroll all the way down. The last banner on the page has the link in there. I'm not trying to hide it from anyone. So please, Debbie, reach out to me because I absolutely want you to have it. Kathy says she liked and shared my video. Thank you. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, Nola. And she says she's awake and she just got the stamp set. Well, it's a good one. So stamp with it today. Kathy said she used to like to color, but now with arthritis in her hands, after 40 plus years of keying, her hands are so shaky and coloring is not steady or pretty. I hope then you could maybe use a two-step stamp because it is maybe a teeny tiny bit more easy. But I'm sorry about that. That's hard when, we had abilities younger, and then now we are, some of those abilities are being taken away from us. So I hope you can find a workaround for that, Kathy. Hello, Verblue from Missouri. Hello, Tony from Clarksville, Tennessee. Hello, Mommy Roo from Nebraska. Louise says she has some white jelly roll pens that I use to touch up places that color out of the lines. Works great. That's a great idea. Cover it up with white. I'm actually okay with having it a little bit askew because it actually looks maybe sometimes intentional not to have everything so perfect. Kind of like it, but if you don't like it, then that's a good way to fix it. Hello, Teresa from Washington State. Good morning, Valerie. And then Pepsi says, great card. Hello, Joan from Minnesota. Nancy says, good morning to everyone. Good morning, Judy. Hello, Jackie, and she's watching from Somerset in the UK. How wonderful. Kevin and Penny said she missed this time zone note. It's so I'm late. She said really nice card. Well, I try. So I am on the same time zone. If you're in a different country other than the U.S. and Canada and don't understand what EST is, Eastern Standard Time, I'm on the same time zone as New York City. So that is often kind of since it's such a big city, it is often a city that you can use to guide what time I'm going live. I do try and go live around 10 a.m. I actually am a little bit late today, but I do try. I'm going to try and do a better job. We'll see, right? Hello, Corrine. She says pretty. Hello, Teresa. Mommy Ruth says beautiful card. Cindy says good morning from Everett. She's going to catch the replay. Judy says very lovely card, and the bee is very cute. It is so cute. Where is my little bee? He's so cute, right? He's got kind of like the dashed line there is very intentional, that it's not 100% whole. It's supposed to be dashed like that. So it's just so cute. I love it. Let's keep going. I lost my place. Oh dear. Okay. I did really lose. Oh yeah, okay, there's Judy's comment. Okay. Louise says, have a great time at Onstage. Thank you. Hello, Vicky from Michigan. Cindy says, Brenda's Saturday project sheet email is my happy mail for the week. Oh, well, I'm glad. I enjoy making the project sheets because I like to kind of, like this last week, the project sheet I kind of did, because we did 3 different sizes of boxes, and I created like a little table, and then I was like, oh, and I can color code the table. And so I don't know, I like kind of organizing the information on the project sheet a little bit too much, right? So it probably could be done I don't know if it could be done in a simpler manner. I do like the way they come out, but probably for some people they wouldn't need to do quite as much as I do, but I just can't help myself because I love to color in the little table blocks. And anyway, it was last week's project sheet was kind of fun to make because of the little tables. Okay, I digress. I like your smiley face, Marianne, and she says she also used that stamp set on her green card on Saturday night. Marianne was at the team meeting on Saturday, and our challenge this week for our team, or we have a team meeting once a month and team stamping once a month, and our challenge for this month, or our show and tell for our team meeting, was cards featuring the color green. So everyone made a card that had some green in it, and Marianne used that stamp set on that card too. So it is a really good stamp set. Judy said she injured her wrist early in November. I've not been able to do card making since October, but she's getting therapy now twice a week and hope to be able to make cards again. Well, Judy, I hope you are able to make cards again. It sucks when you can't do something that you love and that keeps you happy, right? So I hope your wrist heals up soon. Martha says, oh, this is her first time to be on the live chat. Oh, I'm glad to see you too, Martha. It's nice to have you here. I'm glad you're here live. Patty G says, my project sheets are done so well. Thank you. It's a little bit of a passion of mine. Just like designing, like the actual designing of the 3D projects is also a passion of mine. And the funny thing is, that is a higher passion than actually decorating the box. I love creating the architecture, and then I do like decorating to some extent, but sometimes that's a harder mental piece for me. So the designing part, I can just keep going and going and going, and you keep trying different things. And once I have the design, I'm kind of like, okay. I'm almost let down a little bit because I don't get to challenge myself anymore. So anyway, that's just an aside. Everyone's brain works differently, right? Let's see, I lost the time. And Nancy also says the project sheets are great. She made the medium-sized box and found it easy to follow. Oh, that's good, because I wanted to try with the boxes last week. Since there were 3 different sizes, I wanted to try and make it easy for everyone to figure out, okay, I'm making the medium box, here are the dimensions. That's why I color coded them. And because sometimes you might only be making the medium box and not the whole stack of them, right? All right. Judy says she misses card making. Well, I hope your wrist heals up very, very soon. Okay, everyone, you know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day? I'm going to be running around like a chicken with her head cut off, and that's a terrible analogy. I don't think I'm going to use that anymore. I'm going to be running around like crazy and I need to check into my flight. I need to pack my suitcase. I am going to be doing some stamping. I'm doing the after hours stamping, and I'm also stamping with Julie Gilson. I don't know if any of you know Julie Gilson. She does beautiful cards and sets of things, and she has a little bit of a stamp camp on Thursday morning. So me and one of my team members are going to that, and so we're stamping then. So it'll be fun to be a student rather than a teacher. I'm a terrible student, I must admit. Like, I am like so bad at following instructions. Like, I don't know. I can teach people how to do something, but can I follow instructions? No, it's terrible. So we'll see how everything turns out. Her cards are always so beautiful. I'm excited to see how everything turns out. So it's going to be, I'm coming back on Sunday, so it's going to be many days filled with a lot of stamping fun and stuff. So anyway, I totally digressed, and now I lost my train of thought. So, okay, let's see what else. Patty says, please design more 2-piece double-walled gift boxes. They are so nice. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Patty. Well, I'll keep that in mind in the future when I design boxes for things. Maybe do the double wall on the top and the bottom. Yeah, that's, it kind of, with the ones that I did, so it kind of depends. If with double walled boxes, if I'm following a shape, it's hard to do a double walled box. You can reinforce them, but because of the way I did these boxes, because they were rectangles, it worked out really well. But Patty, here's a thing for you. If there is something, like say there's a candy or something that you want to house in one of those boxes, like, if it's something that, or all of us might want to gift, then let me know and I'll see if I can find it here and I can build a box for it. Because it's, when I'm following a shape to do my boxes, it's harder to do the double walled, but if you need one for a specific size, we could probably work that out. Okay, Judy says, have a great day, Brenda, safe travels. Linda asks, are you doing swaps? No, I am not doing swaps. I might bring a few things, 3D things, to hand out, but I probably won't. I do not have the time for the swaps. People, there's going to be tons of people swapping those. So if you go, I think you're going to have a lot of fun swapping. But no, I'm not bringing swaps. I just don't have the time, not the bandwidth. Maybe 1 year I will get to the point where I'll feel caught up with everything, and then I can feel like I have the luxury to do the swaps. So what I'll do, though, anyone that says hi, I'd love to give you a hug and take a selfie with you if you want that. I hope that will suffice. Marianne says, safe travels for your trip and have fun. Thank you so much. I'll see you all next Tuesday, and maybe I'll be able to tell you some fun things that happened at On Stage next Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.